The internet is collectively dogging on a new game that just came out on Steam called Skull Island: Rise of Kong. Apparently it's worse than Gollum and up for 2023's worst game of the year. I guess everyone just forgot that Dead Matter exists. It's developed by Iguana Bee, known for G.I. Joe Operation Blackout, and a little side scroller called What Lies in the Multiverse. So realistically, not much. But the reason why Skull Island: Rise of Kong is getting so much hate is the $30 price tag that goes along with it. On top of that, you have the Colossal Pack launch DLC that gives you 8 exclusive film grain filters, 8 different Kong styles, a boss rush mode, and behind the scenes content. The Colossal Edition will run you $50. $50 fucking dollars. You're paying $20 more for some film filters and different colors of Kong. And even then, they screwed it up because the battle-scarred version and the normal Kong are reversed. And I think locking a game mode behind a DLC for a game that is already so void of content is just scummy to me. Now, if you know me, I can't look away from a video game train wreck and decided to take a look for myself, Colossal Pack and all. Because if I'm gonna play Kong, I'm gonna be the albino alpha. Leave a like on the video, consider subscribing, and becoming a member for only 99 cents a month. This helps me fuel my Kong addiction and other bullshit games on this channel. My name is BigFry, and I guess I just gotta start off by saying this game is fucking terrible. From the basic player movement not even giving you the option to vault or grab onto ledges, the basic combat and the mouse attacks, to the animation locking during combat, it feels like a game that I would have found in a cereal box 20 years ago and probably thrown in the garbage. The visuals are trying. There's a strange comic book-esque shading that at certain angles of certain objects you'd think actually doesn't look half bad, but then you realize that it's just trying so damn hard to hide just how shitty the textures are all around the world. I mean, even the Kong character model itself looks so damn cheap. Look at this boss crab model. It's so low res I thought I was playing on a PlayStation 2 plugged into a CRT TV. This shit is trash. The game has skills you can level up, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I unlocked 3 skill points and shut the fucking game off. I have patience for terrible games if I'm having a bit of fun, but there's no fun to be had here at all. Also, whoever designed the control scheme for this game is completely brain dead. In order to leap to ledges that might be a little higher than you, you have to hold tab, hold space, aim your cursor, let go of space while still holding tab, and Kong will leap forward. What? If you want to pick these spikes up out of the ground and like swing them around like a bat, you have to walk up to it, hold F, and then continue holding F. You can't jump with the object in your hand. You can't do anything outside of just swinging for the fences. And if you let go of F, you drop the thing. It's not like you can pick it up again. It just disappears. Who thought that was a good idea? There is no way the developers put this out thinking, man, we made a pretty dope game here. I imagine we're going to see some sort of ChatGPT apology post on Twitter the same way Golem did, but realistically, I think the Kong license doesn't really have the same weight that Lord of the Rings does, so maybe this one will be swept under the rug and just live on as a meme game that nobody purchases. At a time where movie licenses are being dragged through the mud, another game I can't help compare this to is the RoboCop game, which just had their demo launch on Steam for Next Fest. That game is leaps and bounds further than both Rise of Kong and Golem. And even then, RoboCop still feels like a cheaper indie game, which, don't get me wrong, is completely fine if you can find some fun in it. Climbing branches to hit Q on a nest while spamming the mouse button, beating up birds, getting stuck 5 minutes into a tutorial, and bugging out the very first boss encounter you come across should tell you exactly what kind of developers we're dealing with here. Here's a clue. Not very fucking good ones. Now listen, I never played Gollum. At the time, I was out of the country on a business trip and I was watching the game launch from the sidelines. That being said, from what I did see of the game, it actually seems to be in better shape than Skull Island. Clearly, more effort was put into the visuals, the setting, the level design, and just the overall package. Now, I'm not defending Gollum, but I'm making a comparison to it just to tell you how bad I think Skull Island is. The funny thing about this entire situation to me is how appalled the internet seems to be about it. The questions of how does a game this bad get released? It's showing me just how disconnected the general public is from the trash heaps that go onto Steam every single day. Because if I'm being honest, Skull Island is a bad game, but it isn't even close to the worst game that I've covered on this channel. There are so many terrible games coming out every single day, but what makes this one worse is there is clearly some money behind this studio, you know, gathering the IP, all of the licenses, and this is what they produce. Their G.I. Joe game was also met to mixed reviews, and it didn't seem to garner a player base that would even have made their money back on the development. How does Iguanabee, the developers of Skull Island, function, making poor games like this? Who is Iguanabee? If their website is up to date, they're a 7-person team from Chile with 12 years of experience creating fun and beautiful games. Their words, definitely not mine. If Skull Island is the culmination of 12 years of game dev experience, I'll see you in 120 when you can make something that might actually have a shot at getting a 5 out of 10 from IGN. Hey, listen, if you're on PC and you're looking for games that I actually do recommend, check out my Nexus storefront down below. You can buy games directly from them. It goes straight to the developers, and it supports the channel as well. And if you want to support me, you can become a member for only 99 cents a month. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.